'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Oh, finally, the last one. I hope Santa's going to be pleased. I finally got all the trees in his workshop decorated. This is not as easy as I thought. Well, now that we got through that, good day, Delaware National Guard, and welcome to the December 2013 edition of the DNG News. I've kept very busy decorating all these trees, but not nearly as busy as all of you throughout the last month. So let's get right to the news. Over our last drill weekend, we commissioned the 56th class of second lieutenants at our Delaware National Guard Officer Candidate School. Take a look at this story from Sergeant John Owasco of the 101st Public Affairs Detachment.
The Delaware National Guard celebrates the graduation of 10 officer candidates of OCS Class 56 after 18 months of training. 8 members of the class are now lieutenants. They have earned their gold bars and the opportunity to lead soldiers of the Delaware National Guard.
It's one of the biggest accomplishments I've ever done. I put it up there above earning my master's degree. It took a lot of hard work and dedication, but I finally made it, and I'm proud. I was surprised that I was selected as a class honor grad. It's humbling. I did my best to make sure that I was taking care of everyone when I was in leadership positions. I just tried to give my best no matter what I was doing, whether I had to follow or whether, like I said, I was in a leader position.
The candidates endured a series of academic and performance challenges which tested them both mentally and physically in order to graduate.
Graduating from this program feels like a great accomplishment. We really worked hard for 18 months, and by the time, everybody's getting tired at the end, and you drag on, and 4 weeks out of the year you're gone, and you're doing these hard, long training programs, and it's great to have that accomplishment that we did that. We went in with the goal to finish, and we did, and I congratulate all my other fellow candidates and now lieutenants, and wish them luck in the future.
Reporting from Bethany Beach, Delaware, I'm Sergeant John Owasco.
Later that weekend, 8 soldiers and airmen graduated from the Delaware Leadership Academy. DLA is an educational partnership between the Delaware National Guard and Wilmington University. Over the course of a year, soldiers and airmen obtained up to 18 credits that can be applied to a master's degree. So congratulations to OCS Class 56 and Delaware Leadership Academy Class 5 on a job well done. I'll make sure Santa adds you to the nice list. Bethany Beach saw training of a different variety this month. While you take a look at this video by Staff Sergeant Nathan Bright, I'm going to straighten up because I know Santa's going to stop by and visit. Can you get me that decoration, Jamie?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
"22 Guard leaders from across the region are here at Bethany Beach Training Site for a 3-day diversity leadership program. They're here not to learn just about themselves, but also to see the strengths of others in their organization." Before coming here, the soldiers and airmen, who rank from E5 to O6, took multiple personality tests. Part of the training is developing deeper self-knowledge.
So we give them a lot of metric-based things, and then we give them some other angle lenses for them to take a look at and see through, like boundaries and generational gaps and some things like that. So not necessarily an instrument-based, so it's a good blend.
As they learn in the class, diversity is more than skin deep.
Diversity is more than just the way we look or the way we believe, but it also consists of diversity of thought. And we're learning this week about ourselves and the way we process and think about others, and also how we can massage that to be a more effective leader.
The training is put on by the Leadership Foundry, and the instructors focus on the positive.
We just want them to see first how you've been operating and where you've been is spot on. It's perfect. Don't change you, right? We just want you to see, open up your aperture a little bit, see the rest of the world, a little bit more of the big picture, which is knowing and understand people. Brick and mortar buildings, they come and go. Your weapon system that you've got, whether it's an aircraft or a piece of equipment, it's going to come and go, but the people, they're enduring legacy. So to us, we want them to see and understand that. This is the greatest gift that the Delaware National Guard or any of the 54 have, is the people that serve.
Reporting from Bethany Beach, I'm Air Force Staff Sergeant Nathan Bright.
There, that ought to do it.
That's better.
That's better. Let's see, what are these in this Santa's workshop? Oh, these are letters from the boys and girls to Santa. Make a reply. Dear Maddie and Margot, I'm sure you've been good girls all year. You even sat quietly in school while soldiers and airmen paid a visit just after Veterans Day. I'll do my best to bring you that puppy you want. Love, Santa, and General Vavla. I better put these down. Hello, Santa.
General,
Good
what's
to
been
see you.
keeping you busy?
Well, I've just been looking at these requests for the band, and so I just...
Are those the letters that the
Oh,
good
no,
boys
no.
and girls have been writing for me?
No. It's just requests for the band.
Well, if you say so, I'd like to say that's a great photo you had to Santa's workshop.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Santa, what'd you think of all those trees that I decorated?
They're beautiful, sir. I also heard about the incident you had with the lights. My elves told me. I wish I was there to see it myself.
I'll bet you do, Santa. Well, Santa, while you and the elves are busy getting ready for Christmas, which is only a month away, my elves and I were out about celebrating Veterans Day. The 287th Army Band performed. Soldiers and airmen provided firing details and color guards at several events. I had the pleasure of speaking at other events, and many of my elves were out and about, speaking or attending the various events throughout the state. Thank you to everyone for your hard work and support over the Veterans Day weekend.
General Vavla, I know that your soldiers and airmen continue to fight the war on hunger. It's especially important during the holiday season. I was also told by some of my elves that some soldiers and airmen went to visit the food bank in Milford. Let's see what they're up to.
Okay.
I just want to remind everyone, while here at the food bank, there are opportunities other than drop off a can of food, how to volunteer time. By sorting out food like we're doing today, or volunteering in the volunteer room and sort out backpacks for children and senior citizens. So it isn't just bring a can, you could also donate some time for all the Army soldiers and airmen out there. But in addition to that, I'd like to remind everybody we have two upcoming events, and that is the Christmas concert at the Grand on December 11th, which we want to remind everybody to bring a can of food, and that's a great opportunity before the holidays for us. And once again, another key event is the Senior Leadership Concert in January. And just to be reminded, that's the Army and Airmen competition to bring the most weight for that day. Hank?
So Air Guard, get out there, bring 3 or 4 cans, beat the Army guy, because we're only 1,000 strong, and they're probably, what, 3,000?
1,200.
1,200.
Oh, there you go. We got you, baby. What you see behind us, we call it Shopper's Choice. We stock it with food from donations and food drives and donations from stores. And actual hunger relief partners, or agencies as we call them, can come in and stock their shelves off of our shelves. So if they are, say, running low on peanut butter or running low on cereal or cranberry sauce for the holidays, they can come in here and get the items that they need to make sure that they are fully stocked.
So combined efforts, I think, will make our totals for the year, for the food bank, for the Delaware National Guard War on Hunger. Thanks for your participation in the program, and keep up the good work.
I look forward to seeing the results of that friendly competition.
Well, I need to be getting back to work. Before I go, what does the General want for Christmas?
You know, Santa, I still haven't gotten that Red Ryder BB gun. Mrs. Vavla says it's not a good idea. What I really want, though, is for our soldiers and airmen deployed in harm's way to return home safely. They should know that we are keeping them and their families in our thoughts and prayers this holiday season.
That's why you're on the nice list, General. But with that BB gun, you might shoot your eye out.
Thanks, Santa.
Ho, 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 ho! Ho, ho, ho!
Well, now that Santa's back to work, let me grab my shovel and go break ground on the Christmas tree for our Joint Force headquarters. Speaking of breaking ground, we did just that for the new building on our Bethany Beach training site. The state-of-the-art 14,000 square foot building is energy efficient, with construction being completed by the Delaware company of EDIS. It was with heavy hearts that family and friends bid farewell to soldiers from the 238th General Support Aviation Battalion just before Thanksgiving. Staff Sergeant Wendy McDougall brings us the story.
For soldiers in the 238th General Support Aviation Battalion, this is just another deployment.
For us, this is business as usual. This is our third deployment. Our job's just we've trained up for the last year. We're going to just go over, get the mission done, and get home to these guys as quick as possible.
For the Delaware National Guard, this deployment is one of many throughout the year. 2013 has been the busiest year for the Delaware Guard since World War II, seeing as many as 500 soldiers deployed at one time. Leaving family is never easy, and this departure is no different.
I couldn't be prouder of the men and women of our Delaware National Guard. We're ready, reliable, relevant, and essential to meeting our nation's defense needs. Before we go, let me take a moment to talk about the Army Communities of Excellence, or ACOE program, and strategic plan. This year, our ACOE packet has earned national recognition. Delaware is one of the top 4 states and territories competing for the top honor of performance excellence and an award of between $50,000 and $250,000. The strategic planning efforts of 2013 contributed largely to the success of our ACOE program. The 2014 plan was created by a cross-section team of Army NCOs, warrants, and commissioned officers over a three-day meeting. Following that meeting, each section throughout the organization fine-tuned their area plan. November was the first strategic assessment meeting which implemented the 2014 plan. It's arguably the most innovative and effective strategic plan the Delaware National Guard has to date. Your units and armories will soon be displaying the latest and greatest strategic plan placards. Knowing the mission, vision, and values of the Delaware Army National Guard will successfully guide the future of our great organization. Well, that's all we have for this month. On behalf of my wife Jane and your entire senior leadership team from both the Army and the Air National Guard, I want to wish everyone a joyous and blessed holiday season. Thank you for all you do for our Delaware National Guard, your community, our state, and our great nation. May God bless you and your families, and may He continue to bless these great United States of America.